beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video I have some good news. I passed my Goethe C1 certificate exam. Finally, people, after 2 years, not exactly but almost, of studying. Oh my god, it's finally done. I'm so happy. I am very happy. I got the results last night. I'm making this video today because I got the whole certificate today. First of all, why did it come so fast? I had no idea it would come. On the website it said that it would take around 2 weeks. It came after 2 days. Crazy. But just like the French video, I am going to go through step by step how I did for each skill and what I think I should have done better. And then later on, I'm going to do a full how I learned German from 0 to C1 for you guys. This was the first time that I ever did an exam in German. I've never had like any other certificates, unlike French. I will say that I think it's more relaxing if you go like B1, B2, C1 instead of just nothing and then C1, because there would be a lot of pressure. If you guys have been around, you know how much pressure was on me. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with listening. I got 70 out of 100. I want to improve my listening in the sense that I want to keep on listening to the podcast and just everyday life. I am right now living in Germany, but also I will be going to Austria. I think it would be interesting for me to practice understanding different German accents. So the Austrian accent, also like Schweizerdeutsch, which is from Switzerland. I think that would be like the next step to really understand. And also the South German accents are very difficult for me to understand, so I would like to learn them eventually. Next we have reading. Now I have a lot to say about reading. Because I'm usually good with reading, and because I am usually good with reading, I thought that I don't need that much practice, and I was the most stressed about reading, and basically I thought that I would not pass. I got also a 70 out of 100 in my reading, but when I was doing the exam I felt so bad. So I don't want to feel like that, and I want to change that. So I want to practice more. As always, any source that I talk about will be in the description of this video. I will be reading more news articles, and what I want to do is to also find a book in the future, like not right now, maybe in a month or so. Find a book that is only dealing with like readings and then improving my reading comprehension in German. I think that would be really beneficial for me. I also want to branch out a bit more and just like start getting into the German literature, even if it's like baby steps. And even if I don't understand everything, I think like one of the biggest joys of learning a language at a higher level is that you can actually get involved with the literature, and I think the German literature is very beautiful, so I would definitely want to read. So now on to the speaking and writing. If you watched the video that I was talking about, it doesn't make any sense that the corrections that I am getting for my writing and speaking are higher than my listening and reading, so it's probably wrong. But that was foreshadowing. My speaking and my writing were both 10 points higher than my reading and listening. How is that even possible? That has never ever happened to me before. Crazy. How is that even possible? But yeah, so I was happy to know that both of them were in the 80s range. And so for speaking, I got 83 out of 100. So I will definitely speak more because I just love talking in German, especially like on TikTok, but also here. And the German speakers are really helpful. They really ask you, tell you which parts you should work on. And like especially I was told that I need to work on my Ö and Ü sounds, and definitely. So I think it's just really fun to talk to them. They're very welcoming in my experience, especially online. So I will be making more videos in German in hopes of improving my German, and also in hopes of finally getting the verb position correct. I mean, during the Vortrag, I almost got them correct, because if I didn't, I would have failed. But also because I was really focused on getting it right. Usually I like to speak freely and I expect my Satzbau to be correct, but in the exam I was really actually paying attention, so there is that. But how I'm going to improve my speaking is I'm just going to speak more and I'm going to record and then put it on the internet. Okay, last but not least, actually the most, writing. I got 84 out of 100. So this is Christmas, war is over. Oh my god. That was such a shock to me personally. Very happy. What can I do on that topic? I would like to write more in German. I would also like to write more complex texts, and especially I feel like I have a good basis of a vocabulary, but I would definitely want to learn and expand my vocabulary a lot more. So I want to maybe every week or every 2 weeks pick a topic and then research on it in German so that I can practice reading a lot, and then start writing on it and just enhancing my vocabulary. Learn maybe 20 words about that topic. Like for example, if it's environmental changes, I can learn 20 new words about this topic and then write around 500 or something. The thing was, actually I was really scared because I wrote so much. Usually you're supposed to write 230 words for part 1 of the Goethe writing thing. I wrote 350 words. And because I wrote 350 words, and in the other one I also wrote around 60 words more than what it was supposed to be, I didn't have any time to check and see if I wrote anything wrong. So I had to write it correct the first time for me to be able to pass. And that's crazy. If you've told me that 2 years ago that I would do such a thing in my C1 exam in German, it's really interesting to see how much you can improve when you really want to. I have been thinking about that a lot actually. A lot of different pieces of knowledge, I would say. When I first came, and there was there is a form you need to fill out about the money that you're bringing in the country. And I couldn't understand anything that was written there, or anything in the airport, or anything in general. Or there was once with the trash bag thing. It was such a long way. Definitely rewarding, but it was such a long way, and so many times, especially at the end, I was thinking that I'm not able to do this. And during that time, I'm really happy and grateful that I had people who believed in me even when I didn't believe in me. So my parents and my friends, and also in the last couple of months, you guys who have always been here. And yeah, I was really scared that I'm not going to pass, but when I talked about it after the exam, everyone was really, really kind, and I'm just really grateful. Thank you guys, and thank you for almost 6,000 subscribers. I will make a video on exactly how I studied German tomorrow, and I will also make a video about Spanish the day after tomorrow, because I feel like I'm making quite some progress, and I would like to show you guys what I can do with Spanish after 72 hours of learning it. So yeah, stay tuned, and as always, feel free to write any questions you have. I love you.